Okay then, we are recording and you may proceed telling us about our new tank.
Let's make it simpler. I'll show you your new tank. There is now the Lehman Roos Vanquisher as part of your vehicles.
Superior plating, minesweeper, track guards, rough terrain modifications, distributed ammunition storage systems, and that thing's... Yeah, that definitely is something.
Yep. So, uh, I the only thing I did for the vehicles was basically give it gear for ranged weapons. That's basically how I worked them out. Most of their stuff's on the front page, so you can just look at it real quick. And then just has all the weapons on the thing itself, as well as their positioning on the player characters at least.
So what does it have in terms of weaponry other than the main cannon?
So other than its primary cannon, the things it has as well are, whoops. We'll keep the heavy bolter right there, that's fine. No, that is a big deal. I messed up one piece. Okay, my bad. I need to switch the las cannons around a little bit. The las cannon is the hole, and it is where the heavy bolter is. Oh, I can just do it this way. So, it has a las cannon as well as its main cannon. They are both on the front. Besides that, the main cannon also has a coaxial storm bolter on it, which fires at the same time as any time you use your main cannon.
That seems inconvenient, messy,
It isn't.
wasteful.
Don't worry, it's fine. It shoots really good. It's mainly meant for killing other things at the same time. But hey, whatever. Besides that, it
Like,
has
what are its
two...
anti-infantry capabilities? I assume it's amazing at killing other armored shit.
That would be correct. Its anti-infantry is 2 heavy bolters. One on the left, one on the right. Besides that, it also has another storm bolter. And besides that, you can ram people with it. So...
Okay, I'm gonna assume that it would require the heavy bolter skill to fire those heavy bolters.
would be incorrect.
Okay, what would it take to fire that stuff?
Nothing.
Just ballistic skill?
Yep.
Okay. So we have one commander in the turret, one driver, one gunner in the turret, one loader gunner, and 2 additional gunners. So essentially we don't even have a full crew for this, technically.
Technically not. You can get away without all of them, though.
Yeah, we can
You have the
switch.
driver, you have somebody to shoot the primary cannon, as well as the whole cannon, and you can use any of the other guns you want. So...
Mm-hmm. So essentially, las cannon, main cannon, and a fuck ton of bolters.
Yep.
And I assume Jeff would be capable of switching these out if we wanted to, say, switch to something like lasers on one of those secondary cannons so we could shoot at, say, aircraft better.
You're generally not going to be hitting aircraft with this, almost ever. It's hard to hit those things.
But lasers, they travel instantly. Pew, pew.
Yeah, there's actually rules on ground-to-air fire. Which, by the way, you could actually improve by certain vehicle traits and such for anti-air.
we become that legendary uncatchable Lehman Russ. Like, what was it, the White Panther or White Tiger that the Russians had on the Eastern Front that was fucking with them supposedly? It comes at night, mostly. Mostly it comes at night. The first thing you hear is the threads churning up ground.
Add a picture to it so that you can have a token. Epic.
Oh, well, I already put a token on it.
I think now we
That
have
sucks.
finally truly replaced the here in terms of awesomeness.
But basically, it's this one right over here. This little black one over here.
Ah.
There's your can. There's your tank. I'm just trying to reshuffle this so it's correct. Left. Get the stuff on it correct. $56. Zero. 30. Eight instead. Five. Explosive. Yes. Alright. Full. Just a full. Good. Okay, there we go.
God damn it, Jackalore.
So, what I should mention is very different about this thing compared to other Lehman Russes, is that its main cannon is quite a bit different. You see, it doesn't have a blast radius or anything. In exchange, it outpaces the primary battle cannon of other Lehman Russes by a lot. 900 meters compared to 750. It does 3d10 plus 5 instead of plus 10 damage, but its pen is 16, double that of the regular type. Also, it's accurate. It also has a clip of 6.
That is... Don't worry, Commander, they can't hit us from there, and it's just one tank!
Boom!
So its standard range is 950?
Standard range is 900.
900, yeah.
That is correct. And yes, you can shoot further.
Sniping things with a tank.
Oh my god, I'm just imagining us appearing on a cliff and the shadow falling over a fortress below! Surprise, motherfucker!
The problem is, of course, that it's not really meant for destroying a wave of infantry or anything. It's meant to go, oh, hey, look, it's that fucking tank over there. I want to hit it between the eyes. Of course, and besides that, you also do have a las cannon as well. That helps a bit.
Honestly, I am tempted to just strip the bolters off, take the ammunition into the group pile, and put on something that is gonna be a lot less fucky on ammunition, like laser cannons on the secondary mountings.
I don't blame you.
And
I think it would be a pretty good idea.
Yeah, we'd be shooting away a fortune bullets if
I
we use the bolters.
I assume at least some of them have bolter shells that are compatible with the pistols bolters we have.
Maybe the storm bolters have a couple.
I think the storm bolters fired normal bolter shells and just linked two of them together.
Probably.
Heavy bolters might be... Okay. A larger support version of the bolt gun, the heavy bolter is seldom seen outside military organizations. It uses a much larger version of the standard bolt shell. So the storm bolter would, in theory, have normal shells, the heavy bolters would have heavier ones.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Jackalor, I have an idea. It's a really fucky idea.
Sure, go ahead.
Do you want to put a flamethrower on one of those turrets?
Hell fucking yes.
Well, I have some good / bad news for you. Well, no, you'll figure it out later. It's all good.
Let me guess. They're like side angles, right? For the secondary turrets.
For the secondary ones, yeah, they're on the left and right.
So I'm assuming like 160-degree firing arc, something like that.
I'll double check real quick, because I do have the stuff up for it. Let's see. Facings.
Oh
90-degree arcs.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yep, only 90-degree arcs.
What about elevation? Can it be aimed more or less straight at the ground?
For the side ones?
Yeah.
Generally, yes. Most of those should do just fine.
Jackalor.
In fact, your main cannon will do that pretty well, too.
Yeah.
Here's a
The only one I
thought.
don't think will do it is your hull.
Anyway, the wiki, for the main cannon, the wiki said like minus 10 degrees for depression.
Ah, okay.
But
So a little bit, but not much.
what if we put grenade launchers on the sides and fill them with tear gas?
Sounds cool.
Or better yet, hallucinogenic jets. Just roll in, lobbing nades everywhere. Fuck infantry, kill each other, please. Honestly, we might as well keep the heavy bolters for now. They have a probably decent chance of punching through weaker armored shit. And we don't have anything else that will take those things. What about the top cannon? Does that have a better arc epic? The
Your primary?
the storm bolter one, that mounting.
Oh, the top mounted one, the Spinton. That one should that has a full degree, 360.
I think we replaced that one with laser cannon, honestly.
Yeah.
Like a heavy las of some kind.
You'll need to make up. You'll need to like pretty heavily modify the vehicle to do that. That's meant for a pretty light kind of, gun.
Could we put a long las on there instead then?
Yeah, you could.
We don't. I'm probably better off just using my normal long last than just
Yes, but
shooting.
do we need to expose ourselves when we're working the top turret, or is there some kind of a mounting from below for that?
You would need to expose yourself for the top one. Yeah.
Okay, one last question. How much munition does this thing come with?
This thing will come with enough munitions that most of the time you should be all right. There's going to be enough to refill the clips of the primary cannon about 6 times over. With the bolters and such, those will be enough for a good 20 or so. And of course, the las cannon is just kind of... I don't think you need to worry about it, but it does start off with a couple of extra canisters of, like, another 6 or so.
So 20 reloads, essentially.
More or less.
Okay, I need to look up a storm bolter. If we pull the storm bolter off, we can then use it as normal weapon, right?
Yeah. Though you'll need training in that case.
Yeah, that's fine.
I can use it.
You can use bolter pistols. It's a basic weapon.
Oh.
Bolter. Come on, I don't care about this crap. Give me... bolters. This just has special bolters, it seems. Bacon?
Yes.
See,
Yes.
real. Shit. So it's just named as a storm bolter, right?
Yep, that's what it's called.
I think I need to go into only war to find the rules on it.
No, you don't. It's in here. It's in the other thing too.
In the Inquisitor's Handbook? Can't seem to find it.
No, not in Inquisitors. I'm pretty sure it's actually way over into
it's not
the
that.
Lathe Worlds.
Oh, Lathe Worlds. That's where it might be.
Yeah, pretty sure it's somewhere in there.
Bolter.
Yep,
Does-
Storm. Doubles the amount of hits inflicted on the target.
So that's...
So any hit you do, doubles it.
Okay, so... essentially a twin-linked.
It's a twin linked without the plus 20, and it happens to every round.
Okay, so clip-wise, does it have just a clip? Does it function like a just a bolt gun then with a storm quality added on top?
Yep.
Okay, then we are looking at 480 bolt shells. I'm just gonna add those to the group inventory there. Is everyone okay with just pulling that thing off there? Because...
Sure.
bolt gun with storm. Okay, that is good.
Not completely the same, because it does have a different firing rate and everything, but basically, yeah.
Well, just... we can look it up later and work through it. But yeah, I'm thinking las gun on top. Or long las, rather.
You could put a las gun up there. I'm just telling you, it'll require modifications.
Well, las gun is the normal one. Long las is the long version.
Well, I'm thinking las cannon.
Yeah.
My correction.
We kind of want it for anti-infantry, maybe. How close are we to arriving?
Well, that's the next scene.
Let's just put a long las on there.
Okay.
Could put a combat shotgun on there.
So, you guys managed to get over there. And for a couple of days, you're just wandering around. You know you're in the right system, probably. This is about the time frame you were told.
I start asking for if they're scoping out the plan from above and what do the images of the Imperial garrison look like.
You get told, yeah, that's exactly what we're doing. Things don't look right. Then the rogue trader calls you in. Like literally in the middle of them telling you it's not right.
Okay, sure. We head on over.
Alright, so the rogue trader is sitting there. He looks fairly annoyed. But, hey. Doesn't seem to be at you guys. So, there appears to be a bit of an issue. The place that we were supposed to drop you guys off at, it was known as Port Suffering. Yeah.
How much is left of it?
It's kind. There doesn't appear to be anything. Also, it appears that there isn't any ships nearby these days, besides just the station over there that is still retaining the last shipment for me to grab.
Port Suffering, is it a crater or has it simply vanished?
It looks more like a crater. There's
okay,
plenty of
good.
debris everywhere.
That's not as bad.
So yeah, it appears that there is a lot of anti-air around the planet, according to a lot of the debris going around the atmosphere.
I think the term is that's very rude of them. Something should be done about it.
So I don't think I'm going to be able to send you in a ship.
Cormac patiently waits for the other shoe to drop.
So we're going to send you with some orbital drops. We'll send quite a few of them so that they don't shoot you down, hopefully.
I knew you cared.
It's not like his arm is somewhat twisted in this situation. Nope, not at all.
Can you see any potential weak spots or holes in the AA?
Yeah, there looks to be a pretty good amount. It's just that getting a ship through it is going to be a bit of a pain in the... No.
I'm simply wondering if, well, what we can arrange for our extraction.
Well, there is supposed to be headquarters for the Sisters of Battle. I'm not sure of the exact location, but this place is fairly famous for training their recruits.
I'm
not sure where that is. I hope they gave you information on that. If not, you're just going to have to find them.
I see.
But they should be somewhere on the planet.
I'm not sure how this works, but perhaps if you gave Jeff the right information, he could try and hook up a way to guide a shuttle in from above using our Voxcaster?
I don't know what I don't know how that happens. If Jeff thinks he can try and arrange something, I'll send you guys to the ship and see what you guys can do. But I need to take the rest of the fleet pretty quick here to get back.
Certainly.
And use all the stuff.
I'm sure the Emperor will guide our hands.
All right.
So essentially what I'm suggesting out of character is that you, Jeff, try to identify some sort of a weaker spot in the A so that we can try and bring either a shuttle or the Arco ship in if everything goes to hell.
And how would they do that?
I don't know. analyze like the charts they made of the debris fields and the defenses they have.
You'll need to make me a logic test.
Logic.
You're the
Yeah,
tech
good
guy.
point.
Talk to the machine spirits. Ask them to do it.
I have +1 here. And might includes units, so 20. No.
I think
Do
what
you
we
wish to spend a fate point on to either increase or re-roll? Either way.
I do have a suggestion. If the station is still there, we should ask them what the fuck they know about what happened first.
You go over, you ask them what happened. Apparently, about 2 years ago, a lot of the anti-air that was supposed to be used for their little wars and stuff on the planet got turned against all of the ships in orbit.
Why that-
Unfortunately, all the ships in orbit were all the ships they had.
Why the fuck did you give ground-based lance batteries and long-range laser weaponry to these fuckers that could reach actual... You know what? Never mind. The Emperor will judge you in the afterlife. You may soon be reaching if this incompetence continues.
So yeah, Jeff, tell me, what do you want to do with that roll? Want to keep it? Want to increase it?
I
Reroll?
can't help you reroll because I can only reroll your failed tests for you.
I could try to reroll. If I fail, you reroll it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, you can't get worse that way, theoretically.
I think the robot people disagree.
Ignore that. But yeah, let's reroll. My fate point is getting low.
I don't know what you're talking about, I'm still full.
Well then, go ahead and roll.
Worth
Holy
it.
shit.
That was a pretty damn good roll. All right, so after doing the calculations with the machines, and after taking into account all of the information you have, you find that the absolute best spot to actually go through is actually right through the heaviest anti-air.
Logic.
Mainly because, well, it appears there's actually, once you get through the anti-air, this is the safest spot. There's no armies currently around there,
You
and no
are
one would actually
kind
be able
of
to follow you.
misunderstanding us,
So-
Epic. The plan was to plot a course that a ship on autopilot, like the Archeo ship, could
Oh,
take in to
You're
recover
trying
us.
to find a safe spot to get back in, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
We-
okay, well, that's pretty simple. The lowest point of anti-air is closer towards the ends.
So our ship would come in through the poles and try to fly below the
Yeah.
coverage.
There's not too much anti-air around the poles.
Okay, good. So
With
maybe,
your Archaeotech ship, it should easily get through without much issue.
except that we can carry the tank down that way.
Yep.
Okay, so the important thing, guys, is that we might be able to get back into orbit if everything goes to shit. We just need to hold out for like 5 hours while the ship gets to us.
It might be a little longer than 5 hours, but yes.
Did someone subtract the 100 for the long las, or should I do it?
Just do it.
Okay, fine. Jesus.
All right. So, where do you guys wish to go? Do you wish to investigate, try and find out where the Sisters of Battle are holding up? Do you wish to just go down there and look?
Well, we have no way of knowing where the Sisters of Battle would be, I assume.
You might be able to find something out on like a super good roll, but generally not. They try to keep that fairly hidden, so.
I can try and piece it together with an inquiry roll by asking around on the station, I guess?
No, they won't know. This was more about trying to search, trying to talk to people, talk to any priests, things like that.
Oh, that's fine, I have Pure Ecclesiarchy as well. If there's
You're
people
better
here
off with
that
that.
won't... If there's people here
There's
that
a
would
couple.
know, then sure.
You'll just need a really good roll. We're talking like 7 successes, degrees.
That would be 5. Do I know the approximate continent? At least.
Actually, I think you do. Let me double check on exactly that spot. Make sure I'm not telling you the wrong spot just to tell you it's, you know, over there later on.
Also, how close is it to the area where that you mentioned through the heaviest AA and to the Imperial Town?
The Imperial Town is actually just, you know, fairly close towards the more of the center, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty good distance. It would get there though.
It would be a shame if we land on the other side of the planet or whatever from, you know, everything we kind of need to get to.
Yeah.
How many reloads did we have for the main tank gun? I think you said like 5 or 6 extra clips?
Yeah, you got 6 extra clips.
And how many shots per clip?
6.
I'm writing it in. And we have 2 heavy bolters with 20 clips for each gun, and it's... So, by my calculation, that's 2,400 heavy bolter shells.
Mm-hmm. If you manage to make it out of this and try and sell all of this, you'd make a really nice, pretty penny.
I am not selling my tank stuff! It is mine!
Of course, if you sold all of it, you might get some questions, not having the correct connections to do such a thing, but hey.
Listen, you see this inquisitorial badge? That's all the fucking connections I need.
Yep, so, they are in the Badlands. You don't really want to go there per se. Oh, wait, no, not the Badlands. Jeez, that's the whole area. So they're over in the mountainous areas over here as well. You know, somewhere in this area here.
And Imperial Town is in the middle here. So,
More or less to the leftish area right here.
okay, so given the size, assuming it's an Earth-sized planet, we're talking thousands of kilometers of difference. So we need to
I
pick
already
one.
calculated it. You can find out yourself.
Okay. I'm assuming it's some kind of a mountain monastery to train tough bitches.
You know from... you certainly do know that that's probably the case.
So essentially we would be driving around, waving our arms, going, "Hey, find us, we're loyalists!"
In the meantime, there are war parties all around the planet, trying to kill each other and probably you.
I think we need to land on the closest clear spot near the Imperial Town and try and go there.
Alright.
Unless someone has a better idea.
Yeah, I don't think we have a better idea.
And we need Jeff to program the Archeo ship to home in on our Voxcaster if we send the please come help signal.
He can set that up pretty easy.
There's like a
Jeff
Kessler
will-
effect going on in orbit.
Jeff, the biggest problem is that the signal you'll need to send is pretty strong, especially if they try and jam it or anything, if they are able to do that.
So we just need to do one of their bases and put an antenna.
The Voxcaster is able to reach space on its own. It's more
no,
a question
I know.
of jamming.
Yeah, I was just saying, it will take some doing. That's all. It's totally doable with a Voxcaster.
They can, if they try to jam us, we put an AP shell through their window.
Right. Well, we'll have to see how lucky you guys get. Okay, you guys ready to do a drop?
Sure. Whimper.
All right. They're going to just be going for as close as they can.
Yeah, I asked Jeff to make sure that the void suit effects are working on, well, all of us who have those. And it just sucks to be Kraxon.
All right. They're going to put you in the orbital drop pod. You see a lot of them around you. They put your tank in it. They put the APC in. They hook the APC up to the tank as well and just have it dragging behind.
Mm-hmm.
And well, off you go. You suddenly feel weightlessness. I presume you're currently in the tank, by the way, and not, for some reason, outside.
I strap myself in to the fucking driver's seat since I'm the only one that can drive this thing, apparently.
I can drive too.
Oh. Then yeah, fuck. Actually, no. You take the commander's seat, you're a better shot. You'll get to aim the cannon.
Yeah. I'll take the commander's seat.
So, it's gonna take a while. They made sure to drop you from pretty far away, because they didn't want to get shot by anything. But they unleash what appears to be a good half of all the drop pods they owned on there. They're just empty, but, you know, you're in one of them.
Meanwhile, down below, brothers, we knew this day would come! The Imperium has returned to our world!
Alright. So, we need luck rolls. There's a very small chance of anything here really happening, but there's a pretty good chance of, you know, some pretty bad things happening. So, who wants to do luck rolls?
How many do we need?
One for just staying there and going on, you know, the correct orbit and everything. One for getting shot. One for possible miscalculations. Let's do a total of 5.
Uh,
Can I roll it?
Jackalor gets to roll 1, me and Bacon roll 2.
Alright.
Say high is bad.
Okay, high is bad.
This is why
Oh.
you don't get to roll more than 1, Jackalor.
I need 2 more. Alright, so here's the good news. Most of this was just fine. However, Jack did actually get you guys hit once. So, now I'm gonna figure out how much damage this ends up doing in general. He didn't like go too bad. It'll just, you know, it'll just be a hit.
This planet needs the Emperor.
So, this has tearing, takes 28, and it has twin linked, so that one too. So 33 and 28. And it's 6.
It can't pierce the front of the tank.
Nope.
But the
It
drop
actually-
pod might be fun.
But it particularly damages your drop pod. Your tank shrugs off what's ever left over. It wasn't able to do enough damage to completely screw that up. Except I need to... No, I don't need to roll. I'll just say it failed on the Righteous Fury there. It was a pretty unlikely shot. They're just shooting everything, so...
Wait, if they get Righteous Fury, those are Chaos fucks at the console.
Not really, but... maybe.
No.
Who knows?
No, the loyal subjects of the Emperor would not be shooting at us. The Emperor would not harm us. We are his servants.
Of course, he would never do such a thing. Alright. So you guys do manage to get through the anti-air cover. Your drop pod gets pretty fucked up. It might land pretty badly, but you guys probably will be alright. So, driver, I'll have you make me a drive test.
That's agility based, I assume.
Yep.
Any modifiers?
No, if anything, I'll give you a -10 because what you're trying to do is compensate for the drop pod.
Well, that's why I asked any modifiers, cause...
You should. I was saying you probably shouldn't have asked because now I'm gonna give you a -10.
Okay.
You actually do well enough. It's a pretty rough landing, but that was mainly actually to see if you do horribly on the degrees of failure. Which you...
Okay. I think our first plan is to get the vehicles out and pick a direction that was gonna be mostly clear. Definitely not directly towards the Imperial town. And just drive away from the crash site. So people can't, you know, just fuck us over.
There's probably a lot of people coming over to investigate these drop pods. Luckily, they're pretty spread out. So
Oh my
I'm not sure
fucking
which
god,
one to
I
go
know
for.
what I would have suggested they fill the others with. The Imperial Guardsman's uplifting primers. Every single one of them.
The rogue trader tells you he doesn't have anywhere near enough of those to do that.
Well, at least a few in each one.
Some of the retired guardsmen would donate their primers to spread the good word.
I mean, we need to send a message with this. Maybe they'll waste some time wondering what the fuck is this shit. And where are all the guardsmen these belong to?
So I think that's a pretty good point to end for the session today.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't really want to go without a couple other people to you know, shoot guns and shit. So
Yeah. You sure that you don't want me driving? I have like 60 agility.
you're also really good at the gun. It's kind of hard to tell where to put you.
Yeah.
Honestly, we might need to switch at some point, because, you know, it might matter over prolonged periods, but honestly, mostly we might end up with just spreading between two vehicles, if it comes to that.
Yeah.
I mean, the APC is something we might need to ditch if we get pursued anyway.
Yeah.
So, what you guys think?
It was fun.
This planet needs the Emperor. And if we weren't stupid as fanatics, finding this over here, we would not try to complete the mission like this, just dropping down Because that's fucking stupid. That's seriously retarded. It's fine, the Emperor will provide. Drop us down, boss. We're good to go.
Yep. Here, the good news was you guys didn't actually do bad on the luck rolls at all. So.
You know, I thought
Bad
this
things
was
were only
gonna
occurring
be...
at 75 plus. Possible death only occurred on the 1% chance. So.
You know, I figured this was gonna be break a unified planet that wants to be good and enlightened and wonders why the Imperium doesn't understand without, you know, turning them against the Imperium. Fuck that, they're in full rebellion already. You know what? I think our Inquisitor might be a psyker or something. It's like he knew where to send us. It's like he knew.
He's a psycho, don't you remember?
I remember, yes, Jackalor, that's a fucking joke.
Oh.
By the way, I still think your death was actually one of the greatest things so far. Just, well, you know what? Fuck you. You need to learn your lesson. Get eaten by the warp.
Times. Yeah, fuck this world.
Alright. So, XP or rewards. I'm gonna reward 800 for this session.
Okay.
Very
Any base going to Demi?
Base going to Demi is another 2,000.
So he's just catching up.
Yep.
We'll need to discuss with him how far behind he is. And I'm gonna need to take a look at stuff. I might want to pick up basic weapons bolters. I think I can do that for relatively cheaply. The pistols were more expensive. But yeah, save the XP for now. Looks good.
Yep.
Unleash
So,
the
yeah,
fucking Daka.
surprise. Omniscopes, they were near unique. They were not easy to find, even for a rogue trader. Not exactly happy with the trade, but it was fair. It was a fair deal.
You know when I notice, like, his favorite cup that he's forgotten in the tank? I think there's a small vindictive smile on Cormac's face. Can I count this as a freckle? Did I steal a part of his soul with this?
You probably did take some kind of piece of his soul with this.
I'm gonna count that as a freckle. Should I? Jacklord, does this count as a freckle? What do you think?
I think it does.
I think it
Yeah.
does.
It does, it does.
By the way, your vehicle is really, really ridiculous.
Yeah, we noticed.
Interesting. You know, it occurs to me that if we were in rapid succession just hit some of those AA batteries and opened a hole in the coverage and then Voxcast up there, they still would have enough stuff to actually do anything about it. Oh my fucking god, we could destabilize the planet by making them all think that an invasion is coming any second.
However you want to handle it, it's all good.
Oh my fucking god, that would be the bluff of the lifetime. We take out a few AA batteries, and then we tell them that they have one last chance to avoid a full-scale compliance action. I'm expecting like a Zinch demon here somewhere, and he's just told them the truth about how they were used. But I think we are wrapping here for tonight, so I'm gonna end the recording and the stream.